The Art Hop is an event where local venues like museums and studios open their doors free to the public to exhibit a local artist or group of artists. In Fresno, Art Hop happens on the first and third Thursday every month. Today, I interviewed a painter, a photographer, a metal artist that uses reactive paint, and two owners of a local gallery that both curate and create their own art as well.
My studio is a working studio, but it's also my showroom, so every Art Hop I'm open.
That's Bibi Bilat, a metal artist that combines different paints to get a specific reaction.
My work it's metal, it's liquid metal, it's iron, copper, and bronze, ground metal and an acrylic base. And I use different mediums to build up the texture. Sometimes I paint on wood, sometimes I paint on canvas, and the paint is reactive, so I can use different acids to make it turn rust or patina, depending on the temperature, humidity, how long I let the paint sit, how old the paint is, so it's process art.
Bibi had an interesting motivation for getting into this kind of art that might ring familiar for a lot of us.
I wanted some original art. I could afford original art. I was just out of college. I still had posters on my wall, and I was too old for posters, but I didn't have the income. I was fresh out of college to buy original art, so I started making my own. And I worked with this paint when I was in college at film school, and I had a set design class. And I had to build a miniature set and show what materials I would use. So I experimented with these materials and saying I was going to build a big iron wall, but instead of making an actual iron wall, I would use this kind of paint.
I think I was about 8 months. I was born in Mexico City, and my parents brought me over here at 8 months. And I grew up here in Fresno, and this is my home.
That's Jorge, a first-generation immigrant that's been in Fresno his whole life. He tells me the story of how he got into photography.
I picked it up my freshman year because I was into skateboarding, and I liked the pictures that they showed in the magazines, and I looked into a drawer that my mom had with all of our photographs, and there I saw one of her was a camera that she used in Mexico, which was a Pentax K1000, and she was a photographer in Mexico. I mean, I had no idea that's what she did.
My next artist is Kristen, a painter who recently decided to start showing her work again. This is her first Art Hop in Fresno.
These right here are based on, I was inspired by this book called Mess by Carrie Smith. And so that's kind of where my inspiration came. And I really love like raw art, and I love design.
My last two artists are Christopher Geigel and Adam Mena, both co-owners of Art House, a local studio that showcases different artists. They explain how Art House came to be.
It started from an idea, where it used to be at Broadway Studios as just artists renting from Reza Semi. Yeah. And then one day we decided to have a little, not really a group meeting, but we were just hanging out in the hallways and
just kind of talking about future plans and what do we wanted to do. And so we just kind of got together and we were like, let's get a warehouse and turn it into a gallery.
Yeah, it kind of just been like we wanted more space because Broadway, it only limits you to a small little studio. We wanted to have an area where we can develop work and do large scale art pieces. And then also just to have our own place to work out of, as well as have shows, have music shows, different things.
And then it kind of became an organism that just slowly changed over time and became what it is today, and something that we put a lot of effort and work into. It's a beautiful thing.
What we're doing for the community is we really want to reach out to artists that are up and coming as well as established and give them a place to show their work and put the art out there for what the art is. And what we're doing, our message here at the Art House is by the artist, for the artist. There's 4 artists that started Art House, and all 4 of us we started from the same area.
5 artists from 5 different backgrounds, but all only had positive things to say about Fresno and the Art Hop.
People ask me, what else do I do? I don't do anything else. I'm an artist. I make a living at being an artist, and I'm thankful to be making a living of being an artist, and it's possible to make a living of being an artist in Fresno.
Oh, I like it. It's a great environment. I mean, there's like a lot of art here in Fresno, and you know, Broadway is one of those places that is able to, you know, let people show their work and, you know, let people express themselves.